Definitely male. That's the tagline Bajaj used to get us hooked onto performance motorcycles. But the iconic status of the Pulsar brand seems to have been diminished somewhat in recent years, particularly after the arrival of the KTM Dukes and the new generation TVS Apaches. In fact, the whole series is in a dire need of a generation update, and Bajaj is ready to give it one, starting with the new Pulsar 250. But before we reveal all the details about this new bike, make sure you've subscribed to ZigWheels and also click the little bell icon. Why do we need a new Pulsar? Why not? The standard Pulsar series has pretty much never received a generational update. No changes to the design, features, or even to some extent performance. Everything has remained same for over a decade. And even the NS or RS series Pulsars never really took off as Bajaj intended. The 250cc class has seen a lot of action in the past couple of years, and Bajaj even has a contender in the game, the Dominar 250, which packs a modern engine, USD fork and other fancy features. But as well priced as the Dominar 250 is, Bajaj believes it's still on the pricier side for their power to the people mantra. So the plan is to make a serious impact in the segment with a value for money offering in the form of the Pulsar 250. If our estimate turns out to be right, this new bike could very well be priced under 1.4 lakh rupees, which when compared to the Dominar 250, this new Pulsar will be super value for money. No, it won't. Actually, this new Pulsar will be a completely new design from the ground up, and it begins with a brand new 250cc engine. To match the price point, there will have to be certain sacrifices made. No liquid cooling was obvious, but maybe no 4-valve head or even a 6th gear. The reasoning for skipping this tech is simple. It is meant to be a replacement for the Pulsar 220F and follow that bike's philosophy of delivering the most possible performance for the least possible price. Heck, Bajaj would have even taken on the quarter-litre segment if it was possible to bore out the 220F's motor to 250cc. But since it wasn't, Bajaj had to go with an all-new platform. Still, expect the performance to be quite reasonable and deliver somewhere around 24-25 PS. The new heart will also get a new frame, which will combine the tautness of the NS as well as the simplicity of the standard Pulsars. To keep costs in check, a conventional telescopic fork will soldier on, but Bajaj will finally be upgrading to a monoshock setup at the rear for the mainline Pulsars. Welcome to 2010, right? Bajaj will be adopting a top-down approach for the new Pulsar series. While we know that there is a 250 incoming, other small engine displacement Pulsars are yet to be confirmed. Whether the existing lineup of 125, 150 and 180cc engine displacements is carried forward as is remains to be seen. But given the way the Indian motorcycling segment is shaping up, we believe that the best way forward for the new Pulsar series would be having a 125, a 160 and a 200cc Pulsar. These three would do well in complementing the 250 in the future years. The future of these bikes depends on the success of the new Pulsar 250. Bajaj may continue to offer them as flagship offerings or discontinue them and only keep them as export-only models, as these bikes are highly popular in Latin America. And as we know, Bajaj has a big focus on exports. Do you think that this is the right approach for the Pulsar series going forward? Or would you rather Bajaj take a leaf out of TVS's book and take a more aggressive approach like it did with the Apache RTR 204V and the RTR 164V? Do let us know in the comments, and also do the usual like, share and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.